Hottie's pretty consistent, man. And like I know there's some things people point out, but and I'm not gonna mention those things, but
Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates, and we got a couple of things, but the first one I want to talk about today is this podcast that Derek Lunsford did with Dennis James and the others, the Menace podcast, and I already talked about it briefly yesterday, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about it because I did not watch the whole thing. I skimmed through it a little bit. I tried to watch it. I don't even know why I tried. It's impossible to listen to Derek for 2 hours or however long the podcast is. But there are a couple of very interesting parts, and also the comment section. The comment section is great, man. I mean, just check it out. Everybody, literally everybody is just calling out Derek for being fake. I don't know if I ever saw a comment section as bad as this one, honestly. I mean, especially if you're talking about one of the top bodybuilders of today, and the guy's just there talking, but, you know, he does sound like a freaking politician. He's completely fake. There isn't an ounce of real personality underneath this persona that he presents for people online. I don't know if there is an actual personality beneath, but we never got to see it. We never got to see it. I think that's just the way he is, even back home. So, for example, Derek, did you take the trash out? Well, yes, I think it is very beneficial that we have somebody to take the trash out. I think I deserve more respect for doing that. I can see him being like that all the time, but I don't know. Anyways, in this video, there are a couple of very interesting things that he says. So, for example, he addresses the rumors, again, that he is using SEO and PMMA, and on top of that, after denying that he's doing any of that, he attacks Hadi, basically, for doing the same thing. Check this out.
Hottie's pretty consistent, man. And like I know there's some things people point out, but and I'm not gonna mention those things, but
there are some things people mention, but I'm not gonna say which things. So, I mean, what the hell? Derek calling out somebody for SYNTHOL use. What the hell, man? I mean, this guy is so hypocritical, it's crazy. Anyways, the next thing is Dennis James basically asking Jose Raymond, and if you notice, there is no Chris Cormier on the panel this time around. Why is that? Well, obviously because Chris Cormier made a post about PMMA, and he's very vocal about the SYNTHOL use in open bodybuilding, and, you know, I guess Dennis James didn't want to invite Chris here because of Derek. Maybe Derek wouldn't come if Chris is there. So it's very lame that Dennis did this, that he actually told Chris to sit this one out. You can see in the comments people being angry at Dennis for this. They want to see Chris back. And honestly, like, you know, I have a channel in Serbia and I do podcasts as well. And if there is somebody who my friends don't like, I'm not going to invite them on a podcast. I don't care who they are. So I'm not going to just tell my friends to go away, to skip an episode so I can have a guest, somebody who they heard they're not good with. So I don't know, that wasn't cool. Yeah, I get that Derek is the Mr. Olympia, but still, man. Anyways, Derek was on the show, Chris wasn't, and Dennis James asked Jose Raymond, does he know somebody from the bodybuilding that used SYNTHOL and did not regret it? But before Dennis finished the question, Jose started replying, and he basically embarrassed himself. And personally, I lost all respect for Jose Raymond for saying this. Check it out, guys. We'll talk about it later.
Do we know anybody, Jose, maybe because you get around too. Do we know any person, any bodybuilder who openly used SYNTHOL? PMMA, I don't think was around because nobody spoke about it. So let's SYNTHOL or side enhancement. Do we know anybody?
Dave was one of the only ones that admitted
No. I'm not finished asking the question. Do we know anybody who used it openly and said it was a good thing to do? Or did they all regret using it?
I'm not sure. I know Palumbo used it, and he promoted it.
I'm sure he regretted it.
He might, yeah.
I don't know what is wrong with these guys. This is basically like lying that people are using steroids in the 90s or something like that. Like, we all know, guys on the Fuad's podcast basically all admit that using it, and they're saying it's a normal thing in bodybuilding. You hear it everywhere, and now Dennis James asks Jose Raymond, does he know anybody who didn't regret it? And Jose thought it was a question of, does he know anybody who even used it? And he says, no, I don't know anybody who used it. The only guy I know that used it is Dave Palumbo. Come on, Jose Raymond, who's been around the block, who knows everybody, and this guy thinks it's still okay to lie about this stuff. Come on, he just embarrassed himself. He just lied to everybody so blatantly. It's so obvious. But yeah, it's funny. And if you guys want to get pissed off a little bit more, check this out.
I don't want these guys to be thinking like this is what you have to do. Now, do the guys I compete with do stuff like that? I don't know. I would like to think no, but maybe there's some that do. I really find it like I really don't know, like when there's accusations like, oh, most of the guys are using it. I really don't think so. Like, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm naive because I know what I've done and what I've not done. But I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that to win an Olympia. Like, some people may choose to do it, and that's up to them, right?
Oh my god, oh my god. At this point, I'm just pissing you off, guys. I'm just showing you this so you can get pissed off with how annoying this guy really is. Like, this is just completely fake. Literally, he sounds like a politician. Doesn't he know that on the podcast, he should just show his freaking personality? If he has a personality, he shouldn't be a politician. Like, literally, he's in a role all the time. He's not being honest in 1 second of the podcast. God, this is crazy. Yeah, that's why everybody hates him, basically. So, yeah, you guys tell me down below whatever you think about Derek and his personality, and about what Jose said, and also about Derek basically throwing Hadi under the train as well. Tell me what you think about that in the comment section. Alright, now the next thing I wanted to talk about is, since we are already at the topic of SEO, and we're also 10 weeks out of the Arnold Classic, I stumbled upon a couple of videos of Andrew Jacked training, and I paid attention to those freaking delts right here, man. Now, I might buy into the fact that he might not be using SEO in his arms. Maybe I can believe that. But delts, man, especially those rear delts, check this out, guys. Check this insanity right here. Could it be possible this is just muscle and nothing else? That nothing is stuffed in this? Look at this. This is just crazy here. Crazy. Come on. Come on. If you tell me that there is no oil in those freaking delts, there's something wrong with you, with your eyes. Like, come on, man, this is not realistic. It's impossible. A muscle cannot look like this. It's just impossible. Let's be real. Now, the reason why I might believe that his arms are real is because back when he was a younger guy, in his 20s, I believe, back when he lived in Nigeria, here is a photo of him in his 20s. His arms also looked pretty freaky at a time. Weird, I would say, as well. I don't think he was using SEO back then, so arms, I guess I could believe that his shape is like this. Yes, they grew a ton since then, and yes, he probably still did use some SEO, but it's not all because of SEO. He does have weird, crazy shape. But delts, take a look at this once again, guys. Like, come on, come on. Don't tell me that you don't see it, that you think this is just fine, normal. Come on. Now, you guys know that I'm a huge fan of Andrew still. I want to see him win the Arnold Classic. I have him winning the Arnold Classic because the other guys are who? Hari Chupan, who did far more SEO. He's literally a SYNTHOL freak, I would say. So, yeah, Andrew Jack is a taller guy, has better aesthetics, better shape, and yes, I kind of accepted that SEO is a part of the sport. You'll see it in every single competitor in the top. The only guy that I think maybe is not using it and is still in the top would be Nick Walker, potentially. Maybe he's also using it, but it's not that obvious. In most guys, it's very clear, very apparent. In Andrew Jack's case, it's crazy obvious. Like, this is just looking insane, man. It still works. It flows well. It looks good, but you don't tell me this is just pure muscle and contractile tissue. Come on. Now, another guy that, in my opinion, is probably not using any SEO. I mean, again, there is no way of proving this stuff, that somebody is either using it or not using it. In some cases, it's very obvious, like Heidi Chopin, like Andrew Jagged, but in some cases, there is no visible SEO. And an example of that would be Michal Krizo. I'm pretty sure that he is not doing any of that. Now, here is a photo of him, a current photo in his off season, and this is him after the holidays. So he says, I ate, I drank, and this is how I look right now in his off season at 135 kilos and also 18 weeks out of the New York Pro. That's what he's prepping for. Now, Krizo, he's not exactly a bodybuilder that is like super passionate about bodybuilding, that is super focused on improving his physique. He's kind of looking at this as his job, I would say. He reminds me a lot of Nikola Jokic, for example, in NBA. You know, he doesn't really enjoy a lot what he's doing, but he's good at his job and he's doing it very successfully. However, I think he made a ton of progress this last year. I think his posing was improved. I think his glutes were significantly improved. Nobody even paid attention to that, but nobody criticized him for it. So his glutes were definitely improved. His back was also better, I think. And I think in the next actually 18 weeks until the New York Pro, I think he's still going to make some more progress. And the thing with Krizo is he always delivers conditioning. This is the kind of look that he brings to the stage. This is him from last year at the Prague Pro. Really high quality muscle, always great conditioning, always great separation, a ton of size as well. If he perfects the posing a little bit more and improves certain body parts, makes his physique a little bit more complete, maybe makes that waist look smaller in certain poses, again with some tweaks, not a ton of work, but little tweaks here and there, working on details and posing, he can be very good, man. He already was 7th at the Mr. Olympia. We'll see how well will he do this year. I think it's going to be a good year for Krizo. Anyways, guys, down below in the comment section, you tell me whatever you think about whichever part of this video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. And also, guys, it's January. It's the best time for you to start your transformation for the next year, for 2026. If you start right now, you have enough time to do an off season, maybe do a little mini cut, then go into the growing phase with your body being primed for growth. Stay lean this entire winter, put on lean muscle, and then at the summer or later in the year, on the fall, compete. Or just get ready for the summer to look great. I mean, if you want to do that, you can DM me on Instagram at even bodybuilding coaching. I'm very affordable, guys, not too expensive. I think my fees are very reasonable. So we can talk about that on Instagram once again, even bodybuilding coaching. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. See you soon. All the best and bye-bye.